What if I told you there was a way to save over $100 in the game by doing something daily and just hoarding it, whereas whales have to spend tens of thousands of crystals to emulate the same thing? So they're really not going to buff Dr. Doom, eh? That's fucking crazy. That's actually crazy. Apologies starting off the video with a swear, because the video has nothing to do with Dr. Doom, but it's actually just bonkers that they're not going to buff him at all. They're like, yeah, no, this is fine. He's exactly the power level that we wanted him to be. That's crazy. That just blows my mind. Anywho, emblems. We've talked about them quite a few times, but I wanted to give you guys an update on what I've been doing with my emblems, because I really haven't been doing much with my emblems. And that's an important fact, an important key for this strategy, because there's two things basically for emblems. One is there's no rush, right? You just want to farm every day now that well, actually, I don't know if the Franklin pack is available for crystals yet, but you should have unlocked the free one by now for sure, right? It was only 7 days, and that was like a month ago. So you should definitely be able to farm that completely for free, at least those 5 missions, or whatever, 5 runs a day. And basically, I think the strategy that I'm employing anyways, you can employ whatever strategy you want, but the strategy I'm employing is to hoard as much as possible, because two main facts essentially. One, this is going to take a long time to grind out anyways, so there's no reason to rush it and to like put in your, whatever you farm every day get thrown back into the system. It's fine to just do things incrementally rather than daily. And then two, we don't know when they're going to drop new emblems. And if you're not a big fan of PvP, then the the Spider-Man set is not that useful because of its focus on timeline battle. And then we've talked about why the shield one is not very good, because of dimension rifts not needing much buffs. So really you only have the Iron Man for world boss. And again, if you're not like really a world boss enjoyer, if you just play stage 9, I mean, at that point, I'm wondering, like, do you actually even like this game? But also, I can understand maybe there's some other content you really want to focus on, so you're saving all your emblem resources for when those get added. Because for sure, they're going to add more emblem collections, right? For sure, they're going to add more. We don't know when, but they're definitely going to add more for the other game modes, for GBR, for Conquest. Maybe they'll add the one when they redo Conquest right now, right? In a couple of days, right? We don't know. So there's that. And so basically, that's what I've done. I've banked up a ton of resources, and I'm just holding them. And I'll give you an example here. This is a level 1 Iron Man Riri Williams emblem. This is a free emblem that you can get completely for free from the regular content, not even the Franklin content. And I can just level this up right now to max level. And you'll see I almost have enough normal emblem data to do 2 full upgrades, which is good. And I have enough kits as well to do almost 2 full upgrades. That means 2 emblems, normal emblems, all the way from 1 to 60. And you can see it's a pretty decent buff here. It goes from 2% attack for all allies, for all world boss, to 10%. So imagine giving yourself an 8, it costs 14 million gold. That's not a small number. But imagine giving all of your characters 8% increase attack for world boss permanently. That's not bad at all, right? That's not bad at all. And you can take that and you can do that with other things as well. I mean, you can go over here and, you want to movement speed. You want to go and get 12% movement speed. So your Storm and other characters can zip around. Maybe Mephisto's giving you a hard time or whatever, right? And honestly, some of them have more use than others, for sure. Okay, timeline battle, right? You want more energy attack? Sure. We're going to get 10% more energy attack for Sentry, for Silver Surfer, for Adam Warlock, for Jean, whatever. Who's still using Jean in timeline? But you get what I'm saying, right? But I'm hoarding it because of what I explained. So once I think what I'm going to do is if the update comes and there's nothing for emblems, then what I think I will do is once I hit 4,200 normal emblem data, and once I hit 2,000 emblem enhancement kits, then I'll go ahead and upgrade this one. And then I'll basically always have 1 full upgrade banked. Now, this obviously doesn't work for the other emblems because the majority of the emblem data you farm day to day is normal. Just FYI, in case you don't know, the majority of data you farm is normal. Now, I've pumped up this one a lot. It's level 40, and I do have enough, I believe, to get to 60 right now. So I actually have enough here to do 60 and still be good. But obviously, it varies from rarity to rarity. So this one is rare. I have very little rare emblem data. So even though I have the enhancement kits for this one, I don't have the emblem data, right? So I can only go up to level 33, which is not, it's not quite enough. So yeah, and then obviously for some of them, I don't have any emblem data, right? I don't have any for legendary. I don't have any for mythic. Another reason why you may want to hold off if you're a spending player is we haven't seen yet a sort of discount or sort of like chance up event for emblems, right? So I know this is going to sound cringe, but what you could also do, you could hoard between now and Black Friday. And then at the very least, that on Black Friday, this will be discounted by 40%. Now, I know gambling for emblems sounds really gross. I agree with you. However, it's something that if you're a whale and you've already done a lot of grinding and gambling in other pieces of content, maybe that is what you're going to dip your toes into a little bit, right? So I just want you to have all of the resources available to you if that's something you're going to do. Not suggesting that you do it, just explaining that this is sort of the tactic that I'm applying to make sure that I have what I need for when either new stuff rolls around or when there's just an opportunity to make key upgrades. Because the system is not that important in the short term, but it will be more important in the long term. Obviously, another goal you can talk about for sure is eventually getting to some of the key landmarks in the rewards. And the rewards are actually pretty good. Like you have a superior second potential realization ticket. Furthermore, some of the rewards actually update with the content, which is really interesting. And I don't think this is an oversight by the devs. I think this is intentional. But if you look here, there's a 4-star artifact selector at 114 stars. And it also appears multiple times in the shield one because the shield one has less stars, so it's a little bit easier to do, although it's less rewarding overall because Dimension Rifts. But you do get a 6-star selector there, and then you also have a 5-star selector there at 72. Now, if you check these out, if you go ahead and click on the magnifying glass and you scroll all the way down, you will see, it's updated to the latest artifacts. That's pretty important because if, for let's say you're hoarding. Let's say you have like 10 times as much as I have in terms of emblem enhancement kits and the emblem data. And then an update comes along that drops an that drops an artifact, and you're like, holy shit, I need that artifact. Rather than gambling, rather than saving up Celestial Essence and doing like pseudo gambling or whatever, you can just go here, and it wouldn't be the best investment for your emblems per se, but you boost all these emblems up, you get all those stars, you unlock the level 72 reward, and now you have a 4-star artifact selector to automatically choose that one. And to put it into perspective for you, the way that whales get 4-star artifacts when a new update comes out, they either have to sacrifice their tokens, which, okay, that's not really a whale thing, right? But you sacrifice a P card or whatever, or they have to go in here and they have to gamble until here, right? Until they get 230 tokens. So they pull on this chest 20 times in order to get 230 tokens, which can cost you upwards of like $150. So that's really the value there, right? The value of that emblem collection, the shield one, where at 72 stars you get a 4-star artifact, is about $150. It's a little bit less than that because I'm not counting the random artifacts that you would get by spending 13,000 crystals gambling, and it can be a little bit less than that as well if you factor in Black Friday discounts. But it's still a hell of a lot of crystals. We're still talking like 8,000 on Black Friday versus 13,000 on a normal day versus nothing. Just farm emblems and hoard the data and then do with it what you will at a specific point in time. So yeah, that's what I wanted to highlight for you guys because the emblem system seems really daunting, I think, for some people. I think other people also just don't see the value in it whatsoever and think it's stupid and maybe they don't even farm it. But it's super easy to farm. It's 25 or 50 energy a day. It also does not cost any boost points. So there's really no reason not to be farming it every single day and not to like have it unlocked and whatever. So I would absolutely recommend that you farm it. It's also a decent source. I mean, a good source, I would say. If you're a spending player, it's a good source of cheaper crystals through the crystal vault, which I don't know. I can't even check to see how many times I've bought this. I think I've bought this 2 times already for the month. It only has a 3 times purchase per month, but it is 600 crystals for $4. So like the price ratio is good. And so if you're buying things like the crystals in the mini shop, which is like whatever 200 crystals for $1, which I already bought. It's gone. It's the same sort of value that you're getting there for, or almost the same value, I would say, that you're getting in the crystal chest that used to be in the heroic quest. So yeah, that's kind of my take on the emblems, and that's why I'm just hoarding all of these resources until, you know, it really hits a point where I'm gonna get a lot of value back from it, or, you know, from a ultra whales perspective, I pull a bunch of mythic emblems, and then I can upgrade the green goblin one, because if you have the green goblin emblem, it's the best one. It gives all allies 4% attack, and that scales up to, I don't know, like 12 or 16% all attack, something like that, when you max it out. And believe you me, there are actually whales who already have this maxed out, and I cannot tell you how much that costs, because you have to just keep pulling on the artifact chest until you get 17 mythic emblems. You get a lot more mythic emblem data when you pull a mythic emblem that you already own. So it's a lot faster, but it's still 17. Imagine pulling 17 copies of an artifact to max it out. Yeah, that's insane. And it has to be 6 stars, so it's like the hardest to drop. I do not recommend that. I think it's insane, but hey, some people do it. So if you want to put yourself in the best position to sort of like min-max without actually spending an insane amount of money, then yeah, just hoard it rather than doing like trickling day by day upgrades. Just hoard it. Have like 2 or 3 emblems worth of upgrades available. So like I'll always have what do I have right now, 1700. So yeah, I'll try to get to 3000 or maybe 4000 kits before I do my first full upgrade, because the first full upgrade costs what was it, 1500, something like that, so, or 1000. So yeah, that'll be my goal. Let me just check here real quick. What was it, 1000? Yeah, so I think I'll get to 3000 or 4000. I think 3000 makes sense, so then I can upgrade one and I'll still have 2 in the bank, and then that'll just be my baseline moving forward. And that's kind of the way I've been tackling it. Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of that. Do the artifacts excite you like they excite me? I'm waiting for them to drop like a super powerful artifact, and then I'm gonna go all in trying to grab it from the selector. Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.